Hello everyone, this is Ram Babu and welcome to Success Journey TV channel. Today we are going to discuss an important topic from 10th class biology, that is a circulation. So before going to discuss this topic, first we are going to learn about the importance of circulation. So look at these pictures here. There are amoeba and paramecium. So these are protozoans. These are unicellular organisms. We know about these. These organisms are unicellular. So body is made up of in these unicellular organisms only single cell. They have a single cell. So the materials are transported to the entire body through the diffusion and osmosis process, and there is no any other option or any other transportation system is not available in these unicellular organisms. So osmosis and diffusion is useful in these organisms for transportation of materials, whether it is solids, liquids and gases. Look at this. In this picture, we observe multicellular organisms. So, if we observe here elephants and redwood trees, so these are multicellular organisms. In these multicellular organisms, body is made up of millions and trillions of cells. So, in these multicellular organisms, the transportation of materials, whether it is solids, liquids, or gases, that is not supported by the osmosis and diffusion process. So, in multicellular organisms, the solids and liquids and gases transportation is carried by a single system. That single system transports the entire solid and liquid and gases to the all body parts. That is called a circulatory system. So, in multicellular organisms, if we take, so look at this. In this picture, one person eating solid food materials and drinking water and breathe air. So we eat solids and drink liquids and breathe gases. So all these solids, liquids, and gases transported to the entire our body through only a single system. So that single system is carries the solids and liquids and gases to the all body parts. So that is called a circulatory system. So this is the importance of a circulatory system. So, in multicellular organisms, the osmosis process and the diffusion process is not supported for the transportation of all these materials to millions and trillions of our body cells. So, to avoid this delay, it means it take a lot of time. In multicellular organisms, these solids and liquids and gases transportation of our body through the diffusion and osmosis process, it takes a lot of time. So to avoid this delay in multicellular organisms, a system, a effective system is developed, that is a transportation system. So that is the importance of transportation system or a circulatory system. So before we are going to study about the heart and blood vessels, we are going to discuss about the pulse. So look at this picture here. If we keep our index finger and middle finger at the wrist region, just below the thumb, we feel that something is pushing from inside to outside. Um, so these rhythmic movements which we observe is called a pulse. So the rhythmic movements, if we count these rhythmic movements in a minute, these rhythmic movements which are taken in a 1 minute is called pulse rate per minute. So next, pulse rate per minute at rest and after jogging. So the pulse rate is changes from situation to situation. So in every situation, these pulse rate is not in same. So these pulse rate is changes from situation to situation. So for example, if we in a resting position, the pulse rate is low, and when we are running or jogging or climbing the stairs, uh, at that time the pulse rate will be goes up. So look at this table. Here in this table we take two persons, Raju and Ravi. The pulse rate per minute at resting, and also pulse rate per minute at after jogging. So these two conditions we observe the situations in Raju and Ravi. So first, Raju, the pulse rate per minute at rest in Raju is 67. After jogging, the pulse rate per minute in Raju is called 125. It means the pulse rate is goes up to 67 to 125 per minute. And also Ravi, if we take example in Ravi, the pulse rate per minute at rest, that is a 75, and the pulse rate per minute after jogging in Ravi, that is 136. So in Ravi the pulse rate is increases from resting to jogging, that is 75 per minute to 136. So according to this table, we concluded that the pulse rate is increases from resting to jogging or running or exercise. Next, now we are going to study about René Laennec. So René Laennec is the scientist who is the first to invented the stethoscope for listening of heartbeat. Before invention of these stethoscope, René Laennec used a paper tube for listening of heartbeat. Then he used a wooden bamboo or wooden bamboo tube. So look at this picture here. We see the a tube made with wooden bamboo. So he used this bamboo tube for listening the heartbeat. So next, we are going to discuss about variations in pulse rate. So the pulse rate is changes from person to person. So in all persons the pulse rate is not equal in every situations. So if we take from newborn to adults and senior citizens and well trained athletes, there is a variation we can see. So look at this table. In this table, first newborn babies from 0 month to third month, the pulse rate is 100 to 150. And if we take infants from 3 months to 6 months baby, the pulse rate is 90 to 120. And if we take infants from 6 months to 12 months baby, the pulse rate is 80 to 120. And next, in children's from 1 year to 10 years. So from 1 year to 10 year children, so if we observe the pulse rate, that is 70 to 130. And children's over 10 years and adults and senior citizens. So in this situation, senior citizens, the pulse rate per minute is 60 to 100. And well trained athletes, if we take well trained athletes, the pulse rate is 40 to 60 per minute. So finally we concluded that according to this table, the pulse rate is changes from person to person, from newborn to adults and senior citizens. Next, look at this picture. Pulse rate or heartbeat is also changes from situation to situation. So look at this picture here. There are some situations we observe. The baby is sleeping and a person is sitting on grass, and a person is resting under the tree. So these in these three situations, the pulse rate or heartbeat is normal. But in above three pictures, we observe the three pictures in this diagram. One person is climbing stairs, and one person is anxiety, and another person is feeling tense. So at these situations, the pulse rate or heartbeat is increases. So the pulse rate is always equals to the heartbeat. The heartbeat means number of beatings per minute, that is a heartbeat. So always the heartbeat is equals to the pulse rate. When the person is at rest, the heartbeat is equals to the pulse rate. For example, if we take a person when he is in rest, his pulse rate is 72 per minute, his heartbeat is equals to pulse rate. So after jogging or exercise or anxiety or climbing stairs, the pulse rate is increases, and also heart rate is also increases at the same level of pulse rate. So look at this graph, the relation between pulse rate and heartbeat. If we take the relation between pulse rate and heartbeat, it is similar. It means the pulse rate is always equals to the heartbeat. Number of beats in heart is equals to the number of beats in pulse is also equal. So the relation between pulse rate and heartbeat is always equals. So that's all for today. We will meet soon with one more interesting topic. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe the channel. Thank you.